Poop. One day out by Grays Lake.
Oh man.
She died. And never came back.
No, he didn't replace it, didn't fix it.
No, man, it was a big old family ordeal. I'm here to chime in. It's in about a car from him anyway. You know, his cars ain't worth a damn. Yeah, but you know, that was a lesson learned on buying cars.
Maybe that's what he, ultimately was trying to do.
Because he was selling everybody lemons. He was selling everybody lemons.
That's for sure.
After I bought my car, then everybody else stepped forward. He did the same thing to me. He did But y'all ain't tell me though. Y'all family. Y'all ain't tell me.
Okay, well, first and foremost, Auntie, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being the second official guest on Sessions with Cheffen.
All right, Cheffen.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
So, I figured we'd just hop right into it.
Let's do this.
So first and foremost, is your name, date of birth, and where were you born?
Doris Bailey. Date of birth, 7/1/61. Born right here in Des Moines, Iowa.
Nice. A native. All right, and your parents?
Ella Walker and Frank Bailey. Willie Frank Bailey.
All right, anyone who's seen the first episode of Sessions with Cheffen, you've noticed the theme so far. And what did your, I guess I don't know if obviously you were a baby, but what did your parents do that you remember when you were a kid? What were their professions more or less?
They both worked at Broadlawns.
Here locally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Broadlawns Hospital in Des Moines, where I was born.
Right. In the interview with Pops, I thought at least a few of y'all were born down south first in Memphis, and then I moved here. So it was new to me to learn that you weren't, that you were born here in Iowa. So it was interesting.
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters? I forget how many Pops said. How many brothers and sisters you got?
There's 7 boys. I mean, 7 boys. Yes, 7 boys and 7 girls.
7, damn. All the same dad?
Except for 2.
Okay.
That's Tracy.
Okay. What do you think your first earliest memory is? I just having this conversation the other day.
Of having when I was younger?
Yeah, just being a child. Like, what do you think, or what do you remember one of your earliest childhood memories in general is?
Have to learn how to cook at the age of 12.
Nothing before that?
Well,
I can remember when I was like maybe 3 or 4 arguing with Pops about how to spell my name.
Oh, wow.
That's one of my earliest childhood memories. I don't know if I should remember earlier than that.
Well, look, I'm 60, bro.
Right.
No.
At some point, the drive just starts deleting unnecessary files.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I respect that.
I do remember going to Friendly Town in the summertime.
What's that?
It was a program for poor people to send
underprivileged inner city youth.
Yes, underprivileged inner city youth.
Word.
To the chance for their parents to get away from their children. People in little cities in Des Moines, in Iowa, they pick your name and you go, you get to know them, and then you go and spend 2 weeks with them in the summertime.
Right, and like where you stay with them? Like
at their house.
Or something
Yeah,
like
most of them lived on farms.
Right.
Country, straight up country. The biggest thing was when I went to Pella was a skating rink and a swimming pool. That was in Pella.
Right. Otherwise, no skating rink, no.
Nothing.
Cool.
No.
But it was certainly a change of pace, I'm sure, getting out of the old neighborhood and seeing something different, right?
We enjoyed it. It was fun.
For sure.
Because
Pops, we didn't talk about it in our interview, but I do remember him bringing it up several times.
Yeah.
He always talked about it fondly. He said he would cry, in fact, at the end every time.
Because we had to go home.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, Lord,
but most of the people, if you got a good family or you got along, or they really liked you, you went to the same family every summer.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Yeah.
You go to the same, but
relationship and okay, nice, okay.
Cause me and Renee was in the same house in the summertime for like 2 years. That was because she wasn't old enough to go at first.
Right. Was this like elementary, middle school?
Yeah, it was in elementary, when we were in elementary school.
What was the first elementary school?
My first elementary school was Bird Elementary School.
Bird. Is that even still?
No, that's where that market is. Gateway Market.
Oh, yeah, right.
Down on Woodland.
Yeah, entirely changed area.
Yeah.
Totally.
Don't look like it no more.
I didn't think there was a school over there.
No one ever did.
And what was that like? What do you remember elementary school like back in the day?
The lunchroom was outside.
What?
The classes were in the building.
Right.
But the lunchroom was like a double wide trailer right outside.
So
you had to go out. You had to
walk into the trailer to eat lunch.
And then you come out like a barracks, man.
Right.
Like a barracks.
You gotta be resourceful, I guess.
Yeah. And back then, parents gave the principal permission to paddle the student if they were bad.
Yeah. I remember when I was in elementary, first and second at Rice, the principal still had the paddle on display.
See?
Just a few years removed from the policy. Only thing that spared me getting ass whooped daily. I was terrible in elementary.
Renee was too, and she missed our principal, Miss Divine, and Mr. Hyde. So principal and vice principal, oh, they knew Ella.
Right.
Renee.
I bet.
Ella.
I fucking bet. Was kindergarten a thing then? Back when you were in elementary?
Yeah,
was there a kindergarten
that's where I went
as
to kindergarten.
well? Oh, okay.
I
thought
started
that was a
kindergarten.
relatively new concept.
No, preschool was a mandatory before you could go to kindergarten back then. You had to go to preschool before you go to kindergarten.
Otherwise, you didn't go to either one, and you just started first grade eventually.
No. So you had to go to kindergarten.
Oh.
You had to go to kindergarten because that's where your education started.
Is it required these days to go to kindergarten?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But heck, I don't know. I told them 60.
Right. I have no kids.
I have no children.
So actually, I was going to ask you, what did you do on summers? So obviously, you took the happy times, happy places. Mm-hmm. Was it called Happy Places?
Yeah.
Did the family ever take vacations anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, again, me and Renee, the house we kept going to, we went to Canada.
Oh.
They were going on vacation and they took us. There was 2 more girls too, Debbie Emerson and her sister, and they took all 4 of us to Canada.
Did you have to get passports?
I don't know.
Right.
We just know we went.
Well, I guess you
Hey.
like, I got my paperwork.
They got the paperwork.
Here's my ID.
I think if you travel like that now, you would think that you're ready to kidnap us or something, because you don't see that kind of thing going on now.
What's going on?
Hey, right.
Did you ever get into much trouble as a kid? You know, I mean, we all got into some trouble, in various degrees. But I would say I didn't get in a lot of legal. Well, I got to know legal trouble, but I definitely was more than angry as a child. So I guess I got lucky in that respect. Mom moving so often, I was able to just cover my tracks, just get out of here. We're leaving.
Right.
Maybe that was some of the times.
Hurry up and come on.
Right. Oh well, did you break it? We got to go.
Okay.
So,
I per se did not have any problems.
per se. Nothing I can say legally.
But I'm going to tell you this. I was like the enforcer of the family.
Right.
Because when your dad was mad at his girlfriend, he used to tell me that I'm going to go get my sister. Willie's friend girls, they would want to be my friends to get next to my brother. Mm-hmm. So, hey.
I see.
And then,
I mean, you are a legend. With them hands, Plenty of, there's an old line that Nas uses about people bragging about scars that he left on them. I'd be like, there's people like, nah, Doris really did this. Doris did this. I'm not enjoying it.
Back in the day, yes. Back in the day. Me and my sister.
Well, you know, you gotta draw lines. That's what I say.
Yeah. Had to draw lines sometimes. I think I still got it in me, but I'm 60.
Any troubles with the law as a kid?
Not until I turned 20, around 26.
Oh, shit.
Not the law. But I got away with a lot of stuff.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to say
it's all about you get away with a lot of things, right?
Right. Then you don't.
Oh, Lord.
But, no, I didn't start getting in trouble with the law until I was like in my almost 30.
Right, I see. Okay. If there's any time to do it, more than adult, have any shoulders, maybe you can navigate this a little better.
Yeah.
As a kid, you kind of set yourself up doing this so early.
Right, yeah. Take it slow.
What were some of your favorite places to hang out in the city as a kid? What were cool things to do as a kid, I guess, in the city? What were?
When we moved on Franklin, we were able to go to Old Dowling high school dances. The inner city gave us the gym of Old Dowling, which is a Grub Y now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They used to have dances for us every Friday.
Oh, nice. Like kid dance, student dances, whatever,
yeah.
Nice.
I used to enjoy them. Pat used to enjoy them. Renee, she went in one door and out the other door. Until it was time to come home, to come back in this door.
So I'm
and we all like, she was doing
something. I was at this dance.
Okay, don't tell nobody. I went
in. On and everything.
Okay, but yeah. We did, and skating, we used to go skating every Sunday.
Skating was still big when I was a kid. I remember,
every Sunday.
And I kind of actually missed that a little bit.
Yeah, last time I put on some skate.
I was a child for sure when I did.
Okay. I think I was trying to catch somebody, one of the kids. Might have been you.
It could have been. Shit, that's a good point.
You know, might have
had to bring somebody with you.
Right. And it was a kid event, I know. I can't pinpoint it.
How were you as a student in general?
I was average. Average.
Right.
Average. It depends on what the subject was.
Right.
I didn't like math, so I was average.
Yeah. I really did as like an elementary, like I really liked it. Since I got to middle school, like
what?
Algebra. Yeah.
Okay.
When am I going to use this?
See?
I'm interested.
And they're teaching kids that today.
Right. It's nothing
I still don't know.
See? Man, just tell me how much it's cost.
Okay. We don't got to go through all that.
Right. When did you start dating?
I didn't start dating till I was 20 years old.
20?
I was still beating up boys trying to say, what?
I really want to ask Brad, but she keeps swinging.
No, because they guys want to hit me on my big booty and run. And I had to chase them down and boop, boop, boop.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. For real. For real. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, never mind.
All right. What were norms, if you could describe just dating in general back in the day? What was taboo? I mean, nowadays, the internet's ruined every kid.
Everything, yeah.
So, there's not a lot that I think a kid can do that could surprise me. Certainly a lot that I think is inappropriate. But, you probably gonna learn that online.
Okay.
What were things that were controversial that maybe not have been such a big deal today? Was holding hands tough? Was kissing in public?
Kissing in it depends on how old you are. Us back on our days, it was cute to see people kissing and holding hands, walking down the street. I used to do that with Travis. Man, let me tell you about Travis. Yeah, boy. Next day I see him in the park and I had to chase him down. Yeah.
Who was just holding hands, motherfucker?
Okay, what? Who's this?
Did Grant have any particular restrictions on dating in general? Did she chime in one way or the other?
No. Well, no.
All right.
No. No.
How did Grant deal with dad dating white women?
She didn't
handle it very well.
She didn't handle it very well. And just so happened that her name was Doris, so that was even worse.
Oh, wow.
When they got married, she was Doris Bailey.
That would be another, you know, just destiny alone was going to make sure this don't work out. Forget the racial issues here.
Oh,
we don't need two Dorises competing.
Okay, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
She didn't get up. She didn't.
Right. I assumed as much. All right. What was your first car? Did you even have a car before you were an adult? I know I didn't have my first car.
No, I was like, it was right after Terrell was born, so I was like 21, and it was you ain't gonna believe when I tell you. What is them car that? It looks like a truck in the back, but it's a car. What?
El Camino?
Yes.
Wow.
It was a blue El Camino. Uncle Charlie tricked me, though. It's looking good and everything, running good for a couple days, and I'm just floating. Me and Terrell and him in the back. That's what it was legal for kids to ride in the back, you know.
Oh, right.
As long as they were sitting down.
Right, yeah.
But of course, they got fucked up. But anyway, Uncle Charlie said, "Ooh, this car is running good. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen to it. Vroom, vroom, vroom." He convinced me, and I'm thinking, oh, that's my uncle. He ain't gonna sell me now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he was a car dealer anyway. A shady car dealer, I put it like that. And he got my little $1,000 and ghosted me. I rode bad. I had cleaned it up, you know, put my little thing hanging out, put a mirror on that. I had the little music kicking and poof. One day, out by Grays Lake,
oh man,
she died. And never came back.
No, he didn't replace it, didn't fix it?
No, man, it was a big old family ordeal. Mom, you know, my mom had to chime in. You shouldn't have bought a car from him anyway. You know, his cars ain't worth a damn. Yeah, but you know, that was a lesson learned on buying cars.
For sure, maybe that's what he, you know, ultimately was trying to do.
Because he was selling everybody lemons. He was selling everybody.
That's for sure.
After I bought my car, then everybody else stepped forward. He did the same thing to me. But y'all ain't tell me though. Y'all family. Y'all ain't tell me. That was it.
Let's see. You ever get in a car wreck?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my fault, you mean?
I mean, in general, I guess. I mean, I've only been in one, and that wasn't really a wreck. It was like a little tap. But other than that, I've never been in a car wreck, though. I
have one in my lifetime that it was caused by me, and it was terrible because I sneezed, and when you like that, the car in front of me, the two cars in front of me stopped. The two cars stopped, so it was like boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. My car hit that car, and that car hit that. I had to pay for all that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I had to pay for all that. Never
pay for everybody's car.
Everybody's.
Right? Yeah.
Everybody. That's why I didn't have insurance.
I'm saying no insurance? Back then, I don't know if insurance was required, though, right?
It was required
then, even
then. But it wasn't a big deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what the officer said, well, could I see your insurance card? I don't have one. That's when I got insurance and I always had it since.
Right, yeah.
Because that was a lot of money.
Right, you know, as many years I've been paying car insurance, never once got it. Of course, how many times have you used your car insurance since you've been paying for it?
I've used it twice, but they were both, what is that, God's, what is that?
I know what you're saying, whatever they...
act of God.
Act of God,
right? Yeah. My car got held on one day.
Ah, okay.
When I was on the other side of town, I parked my car at my friend's house. Her car, my car, the whole neighborhood's car got beat up by hell. And that was like a week after I got it. Oh, yeah.
That happened to me before in the car, too. I just said, fuck it, I didn't want to pay the...
I didn't want to, but my car looked like somebody shot it up with some BBs. It was not good. And it was brand new. I just got it.
That the car you got now? Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your first job? When did you first start working? Hustle
in
or
7th grade. No. Well, okay now. In 7th grade, I started working for Tiny Tot Child Care.
Oh, wow.
That's when they were in the old Irving building on 16th and 4th. It was a high school right there. Irving Junior High, the worst high school in the world. No. Okay. You went to the daycare, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so they had a different. Oh, so it is a different location. Okay.
It was in the old high school, Irving Junior High School. I think you guys went when they moved to the other building. Okay. By the Mercy House of Mercy.
Right.
The back of House of Mercy.
There's 2 different sides, so your daycare.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if it was an emergency homeless shelter type thing.
Yeah, that's what that is.
A refugee intake, something like that. They did a lot of stuff in that building.
Yeah, that has been everywhere. A little bit. But
like government supplement. It was some programs, some,
Some, yeah.
In the news.
But yeah, I worked there. That was my first job, Tiny Tot.
And just like watching kids, that kind of thing?
I had worked there so long that I had my own 2-year-old class. 2-year-old class.
Oh, wow.
When it was in the Irving building.
What was pay back then?
Like $2.65.
$2.65?
Or $3. It wasn't $3.
Man. Can't believe they didn't.
If you got paid $3, you doing a thing.
You're about to start a family.
Okay.
That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I think they worked us on that school work program just because they could. Right. Put her in the classroom with all them bad kids. And then it grew up. That's funny because those same kids that I had in my 2-year-old classroom, I see today. And they got kids.
Right.
And they're like, aren't you Miss Doris? I'm like, yeah. You remember me? And I'm like, yeah, but I just can't remember your name.
Right.
In Walmart, I run into a lot of people. Kids that.
That's it. Okay, that's cool. That's nice. What was what's the best job you think you've ever had?
When I was a sous chef at the Des Moines Convention Center.
Why'd you like that so much?
Because they made me a sous chef. I started there as a temp in the kitchen, and the chef liked my skills because I could keep up with him, and anything that he did, I could do it.
Right, nice.
So when my time was up with the temp service, they hired me on down there, and I worked there for like 6 years.
That's what's up.
Between there and the Cub Club.
Right, yeah. Okay.
That's when I only worked games at the Cub Club.
What was the worst job you ever had?
McDonald's.
Hands down.
And I just had it. I'm telling you.
Certain situations.
I had a bad encounter at McDonald's. I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay.
On East Euclid. I'm gonna put it out. If you don't speak English, you can't work there.
Oh man.
Everybody there speaks Mexican, and they get mad when you say,
You mean Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spanish, my bad. I'm old school. But
so
yeah.
It's a communication issue between you and the rest of the staff, huh?
No, it's just not me because I couldn't understand how the other 2 people was putting up with what they were doing to them. So that wasn't going to do me like that. Right. So I decided hold the old doors down.
All right.
Be nice about it. I just walked out.
All right, just left, huh?
But the manager was there, and she already knew what was going down. Because I had told her, if they talk to me like they talked to them a couple days ago, I'm done. So, and they ain't never called for the shirt back or the hat. So, then I kind of find out the other girl that was there, she don't even work there. She said, when you left, I left, and when I left, the other guy left. And that was it.
It's a domino effect, huh? Sometimes all it takes, one person, everyone start standing up for themselves.
Learn how to speak Spanish, y'all.
It's a true leader, folks. Take note. You ever been fired?
Yes. And got rehired. Within the same month.
Did you apologize, or was this?
No, it wasn't. It was. Yeah, there was a lawsuit. Yeah, there was.
Okay, well, you know.
When I worked at the Cub Club, I worked there for like 9 years, and then they sold it. That's when it went to Principal Park instead of Sec Taylor Stadium. They bought their own team in. They tried to do everything to get us out, and I was the last soldier to fall, and they fired me because a customer told them that I said, I'm not serving breakfast no more, which in turn, it wasn't me, it was the waitress that told them.
Right.
And she even said that she told them that, but they fired me and her too. But then after I went to HR and talked to them, I got my time back. They gave me a week off with pay, and I went back to work.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm good at what I do.
Right. So, you are a mother.
Yes, I am.
When did you have Terrell? What age were you?
20.
20. And why just one? Did you know when you had Terrell, like, this is it?
Yeah.
This is it, I've hit the goal?
That was it.
No need to prove shit to you?
Yeah, I was good.
All right.
I'm good. I was good on that. He was a big baby.
Did you know it was going to be a boy?
Yeah.
Nice. No, were there stupid gender reveal parties?
No, that's some new. That's some new thing.
Fathers to be are offing themselves trying to.
No. They only had baby showers. And back then, people didn't care what they were having. They just waited to see what they were having.
Right.
These young kids nowadays, they
want to charge us, dude.
Right.
By the crib.
Okay.
What do you think was one of the first toys, like not like a baby toy, but like the first like, oh, the boys getting this toy for Christmas? What was like the big, toy of the year, the thing that he wanted?
Atari or one of those games.
One of those Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo or Atari game.
Yeah. So I always wanted a video game.
Yeah.
I got one time and swiftly got it taken away.
Never seen it again.
That wasn't until I was in high school. Got another one, all right?
Till you reunited?
I mean, I got a Nintendo 64 in high school, which it was like a 5-6 year old system at the time. It was just on sale. I was like, oh, this is my moment. I gotta tell the box. I need this thing.
Okay.
That was my first system.
Yeah, that's how you was.
What do you think's one of the scariest things Terrell did as a kid? As a parent, you're like, oh no, my baby.
When he broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
He broke his collarbone. Yeah. I think all the Bailey boys broke their collarbone.
How did he break his?
Playing football. Playing football. Flag football for kids.
Right, yeah.
And he's the biggest boy on the team.
Right, it was flag football, but there was a lot of contact.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
My coach even taught us how to stick our hands in people's chest to hurt them. Get them back down and shit like that.
Okay.
Ain't no pads. There ain't no pads.
Right. Okay.
Just don't be grabbing them.
Flag football. There was a lot of fights at the game, so. Because parents against my baby and my baby.
Wow, right.
You need to teach your child to die.
So that's not a new phenomenon necessarily, parents losing their shit at their kids' sports games?
Well, not really. Because, it went on for a couple years. And then they got to where their parents couldn't come to the game.
Goddamn.
They want the coach told you can't come back, no matter who playing.
All right, that makes sense. Shit.
Yeah.
Did you want boys or girls, or was that ever really even a question? Or
I would rather have had a girl.
Think it would have been a little easier, huh?
Yeah, a lot easier.
I don't know about that. See, I always thought the opposite. So I don't know if this is, just the the battle of the sexes on this idea type thing.
It really is.
Because I would think that I really don't want
I never raised a girl. But all my sister's kids, they're all girls, and they all have girls.
Oh, wow. That is true, right?
Yeah.
All girls. Wow.
All of them. Girls.
Girls. Lots of girls.
That's why I quit that one.
They gonna know.
No.
Well, congratulations on being a mother.
Why can't you think about that?
All right. Well, let's talk about Iowa a little bit. As we round out this first interview, first of 4 to 5 interviews to come, I'm sure.
Oh my!
So over the lifetime,
let's do it.
Experiment that is. Sessions with Cheffen. So obviously you live in Iowa. Do you like living in Iowa?
No.
No? No, where would you...
Well, I'm not... I like... Sometimes I like living in Iowa. Sometimes. I've had good times and I've had bad times here.
Sure, fair.
Iowa's a very racist state.
You think so?
Yes. Yes. And since Donald Trump's little escapade... More and more, they're coming out of the closet.
That's true. And that has exposed a lot more people than...
Yeah.
Interesting.
People don't say hi no more. They just look at you when you say hi.
Right. Now, just thinking about that, that's kind of a downfall with basically all of the United States.
Well, yeah.
Is there any state that you think we could label as not racist? Maybe it's obviously putting maybe cities and places, towns type thing, but is there any state inherently, certainly if you believe in, systematic racism?
I do.
Is there any state, there might be some that are friendlier than others, but...
Yes, some are, they're there. Racism is there.
But Iowa seems to be more one of those states that's just on the surface.
It's,
Right. Appreciate that, right? Did you, where else would you want to live, perhaps?
In Hawaii.
Hawaii, huh?
Just because, and then I think about their weather conditions. So, I don't know.
Yes, right. So you got a lot of problems there.
Yeah,
right? But
I don't know.
Much more beautiful, though.
Right, all the time.
Yeah, it's tough here, too, guys. But golly, look at that ocean.
Yeah.
Look at that ocean.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. Oh, now, here comes the man.
You're right.
What do you think is probably the worst thing? Obviously, racism is pretty terrible. But other than that, what do you think is what's one of the worst things about the Iowa experience? Do you think? And something else maybe we're lacking in.
Diversity.
In general.
In general.
True.
Everybody's against everybody when everybody should come together. And they would have more.
You do find a lot of that, even with people on the same side. There's still a lot of interconflict.
Yeah.
In the groups themselves. So.
And it's ridiculous how when people went for fist fights. First, it was cussing somebody out.
Right, that was terrible.
Okay. Then it was she cussed you out. You think, you know what I'm saying? And then it went to fist fight. Now it's shooting. It's retarded. It's crazy.
There's a good point. Even here in my old little quiet neighborhood, there's been like 3 shootings in less than a year.
And that's crazy.
Right, I think 2 brothers, at least 2 people.
Yeah, where did they come from?
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But
what's one of the best things about Iowa then? Because sometimes it's cool. What is cool about it?
It's a good place to live if you just want to raise your family in a nice, decent place. But at the same time, you got to teach them how to, when they go out your door, how,
to navigate those.
Yeah, those obstacles. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, people don't even argue. They just shoot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You did this, and they want to shoot you. And it's crazy. It's sad.
I do appreciate the cost of living, even though it's going up everywhere. You know, you leave out, and you soon realize, like,
I shouldn't have left here. That is true, too. That is true. Yeah, because I've been looking.
And corn's still pretty cheap. So that's good.
Well, yeah, corn. Right, all the corn you want. Right. Okay? Don't come from Des Moines.
What's one of your favorite places in the state to go to visit or hang out? You know, I mean, whether it's a park or a club or a library or an institute of some sort. Or...
Every now and then I check myself in. No. I really don't have I don't have a place to go here. Because of everything that's going on the outside. And at my age, I feel I don't need to be outside because I'm too old to have to deal with what's going on outside, like COVID. Then there's marriage, all that. Then you got black on black crime. You just got people are killing each other for no good reasons.
I see.
They're blowing up places. And nah, I don't want to be in Walmart. No. 10 people come in with guns.
I would just. I hate to die.
Man, not in Walmart.
What a terrible place. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
In my eulogy. Walmart.
Well, what about like summertime? Where you be hanging out in the summertime? You know, when it's nice outside. Where's a good place to be?
I like to go to Waterworks Park.
Hey, that is a nice.
Just sit in the car, listen to music.
That's a huge spot too. You can definitely get a nice little quiet spot there.
Yeah,
sure.
You see different people walking by, different people riding by. I'm a people watcher now.
Right. I can't remember if it was last summer or the summer before, but I was actually out biking. And as I'm coming, I was in Waterworks, and as I'm coming around one of the turns, Pops and Nicole are hanging out in the car to the list.
Yeah.
Like, holy smokes.
Yeah. Just chilling, sitting there chilling.
A great place to be.
That's it. I like water. Water calms me down. Water, water calms me. When we lived on Franklin, when I used to get angry, I used to go down to Prospect Park. There's this big old brick. I don't know what it is, but it controls anyway. And there was a ledge, and I used to go around there and just sit on that ledge and watch the water.
Right.
And that would just the waves. That would calm me down.
Right. Nice.
Anybody ever know when I was mad? That's where I was at.
Right.
Down there watching the water.
Rejuvenate.
Yeah.
It is Black History Month. You know, and actually, the interesting shirt you have on as a result. It's kind of not planned at all, folks. It's
just me.
But indeed, it is Black History Month.
That's why I got it on.
Well, first, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the ideal of there being a Black History Month? You know, some people obviously love it and celebrate it to its fullest. You know, some people, feel it's unnecessary. For obvious reasons. It's weird we built this on the back of terrible things that happen to Black people,
But that's just the way life is.
And some people just have a staunch, equal is equal is equal. Why we have any particular, month celebrating, type things.
I think we should have more than 28 days.
Sure.
And I appreciate the fact that we can at least do what we're doing.
Right.
We need to do more.
Right.
But it is what it is.
You take what you can get, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. You might not want to hear that part, no.
Well, Auntie, I guess I'll have to leave it up to you and Pops to decide who is more famous, but you're either the first or the second most famous person I've had on the show so far. So I do appreciate you coming by.
All
taking a
right.
little time out of your schedule to answer a few questions. Hope to have you back in the future.
I'll be here.
All right. Well, this is Sessions with Cheffen. Thanks for stopping by.
All right.